My mom would be so unhappy if she sees this.
File a dispute about it.
I'm just trying to do this ASMR thing because if you are watching this, that means the end is going to be something really nice. Hey guys, welcome to day one of my research elective, and I'm going to keep you along with me, and this video will come out eventually if the elective turns out to be meaningful and useful and I do something good out of it. So if you are watching this, that means the end is going to be something really nice. Hey guys, I'm just trying to do this ASMR thing because if you have not noticed, I have a new microphone and that's why I'm just pretending to do ASMR.
But jokes aside, yes, I do have a new mic. This is pretty expensive, so I just want to make sure that it works in all formats. Besides that, today was a very productive day. I'm done with one draft. I'm very excited. I've sent it to my attending or my mentor. Yeah, now I'm just like winding down a little bit, getting my cup of tea, and then I'm going to actually work on some personal things. My plan was to just like do full on the whole day. Basically, it is end of a working day, but I was still thinking of do like the extended day of like just research work. I still have more to do, but tomorrow I'm going to start with the new project. So today I'm taking this time to just work on the personal things. Yeah, that's it. So today is day 2 of my research elective, and today is going to be more of a stressful day for me because today's tasks are more intense and I'm struggling on it for a bit. So the good part is that now I have time to sit and think and get things done, but at the same time I already know that this is the difficult part. So wish me luck and let's see how this day goes. I'm already to a late start of the day. In the morning I was occupied with something, so I attending our morning report, and then soon after that I was occupied. So now I'm getting to work. I try to like dress up like comfy but still like clean and giving me the vibe that I'm actually like at work, so that I'm not like in a very comfy or lazy mode. It's almost 5 p.m. I am so tired. I have been like continuously just like working on these things, and I'm so hungry as well because I didn't eat anything and I'm literally starving. My stomach is growling, so I need to take a break for sure, and I need to eat something. I really don't know what because I don't have anything prepared, so I'll probably just take some fruits. My mom would be so unhappy if she sees this and she'd be like, I'm not eating. Something needs to go in my stomach. Morning everyone, today is day 3 of my research elective. I have to kickstart my day. I quickly made some breakfast because I was starving. I did not eat much yesterday, so I made sure that I have some good breakfast this morning, and I'm off to my study desk. I just came in my bedroom to check on my phone because I had to check some messages, but I'm going to go back on my study and start working on things. Today the plan is to write a rough like small part of the literature review and send it to my attending to make sure that I'm headed in the right direction, and then keep going from there. Also today in the afternoon I have to go to the lecture in person because it is a wellness session which I would be conducting. So that's going to happen today. So I'm walking back home after the wellness session that we had. My bit was a small bit in the beginning. We just had fun, and then there was a improv session that happened, and our program had like asked someone or hired someone to do that with us. So that was long, extensive and fun. So it's almost like 4:30 p.m. and now I'm walking home. It's so humid outside. I'm sweating as you can see. So I'm going to change up. I really need something cold to drink. So tired after I returned that I have been working from bed. My legs are hurting actually, so I feel tired. So I just finished the rough draft that I talked about in the morning, and I have sent it over. So again, that is just like a small part of it, and there's so much more work, but I'm good that my goal for today is achieved. I have to eat something. I'm so tired. I finally had my coffee. I feel so good. I wanted an espresso machine for a very long time, and I actually feel so good about this purchase which I finally made. Back to work. So I've sipped on my coffee. I have to read one article on tremors because I'm going to do reading about it or discussion about it today with my attending. So this tremor article is something that I'm going to read now. I have read half of it already, so half of it is left. It is basically about how you diagnose someone with tremor and the different tremor classification, how to differentiate between all of them. So it's pretty interesting. So I'm going to get done with it and then going to get back to my daily research stuff. It's almost like 8:30 p.m. and today was day 4, by the way, of the research elective. Today was actually not as good and productive from the research standpoint. I did end up like catching up on other things which were actually also super important, but I was actually not prioritizing them. And then for dinner I went out with a friend and now I came back. Now I have to cook. Although I had dinner, but I have to like meal prep because I don't have like much food prepared for myself. So that's what I'm going to do. So unfortunately today was not a productive day, and I think I kind of slacked off a little bit today because yesterday was a great day. You know that thing when you do great and then you kind of are so happy with that accomplishment, then you start going down, and that is what happened with me. So I'm going to recover back tomorrow. Today I'm still happy with what I did because the other things were also important to be taken care of, so it's fine. Today's day 5 of my research elective. This day started off with a nice coffee, and I'm going to start off with my work. I'm again going to get back into the flow to catch up on like literature review and writing like rough drafts. So hopefully let's get started with that, and hopefully if I get time in the evening, I am planning to create a good post about personal statement because the math season is coming in. So if I end up doing that, then in the upcoming videos, you will possibly see a very nice detailed video about personal statement, depending on how much time do I have today. Hello, let me drink some water. I made some progress, wrote a little bit more on a subtopic, and I've added it to my draft from yesterday. I haven't like heard back from my mentor about like my draft and what her feedback is, and it takes time to like review because they have other things to do as well. So I don't know when I'm going to get feedback, but in the meantime I'll just keep working on the things. Only thing that I'm concerned about right now is that my word count is too much and I'm not even like halfway through, so there's a lot that's going to be done eventually. So my assumption is, which is most likely what's going to happen, is I have to cut short everything at the end, so which is fine because I can't start cutting off already. Right now I'm just putting whatever I think is important, and then eventually we might be just like cutting down things to get it under a decent word limit. I got email from my mentor, and like I said and like I suspected, exactly what happened is I did a lot of writing about basic science stuff and molecular biology, etc. And this happens with me every time that if I'm starting on something, I start from the molecular level, but I have done so much in depth about the molecular level that I just forgot about the fact that we are actually writing about something clinical, and I have to be more focused towards the clinical correlation versus the molecular. Molecular needs to be there, but it doesn't have to be that much. So now I have to hold on my horses and refocus and rewire myself to have a different approach. So the plan for doing that post regarding the personal statement is definitely not going to happen today. I can do it, I have some time, but I think it would be better if I use this time to actually like correct few things and get back into the right rhythm. So I will just grab something to eat and start working on that again. It's almost like 5 p.m. So not even 5, actually 6 p.m. So until tonight I don't have a lot of time, and I also feel sad because I feel like I spent a lot of my time doing something which was not even required, but that's how it goes, guys. That's how it always goes. Hey, final update for the day. I know that I have a good sense now about what to do. I've roughly put out things, so I have a good skeleton now, so that's good. At least like nothing goes to waste. So whatever I worked on now, I have a good like framework. And I'm going to wrap up my day here, and then tomorrow I'm going to start putting it all together. I'm hoping, and I'm really hoping that all these pieces will come together quickly now. So hope for the best. Today is day 6 of the research elective. As you already know, today's plan is to finally put things together. So that's what I'm planning to do right now. I have my coffee with me. I was almost like at my study desk ready, but then I thought to just give you like a brief overview of what I'm planning to do today. And because I also made my bed already, I really want to show off that. So let me show you my bed. Here you go. Look at this beautiful light, this beautifully clean bed. I just love it so much. Alhamdulillah. It's pretty. Okay, let's get started with the day. The goal is to work till 5 p.m. on the research thing. I'm going to like sum it up today. Tomorrow is just going to be a bonus day for me if I want to like add on anything. But today is what I'm counting as my final day, and from 5 p.m. I want to work on some other things. So that's what I'm going to prioritize after that. So yeah, I want to make the best out of the time I have till 5 p.m. and let's see how much we achieve. Okay, it's almost 2 p.m. I'm hungry. I completed writing one section. I am actually quite happy about it, but we'll see, because every time I'm happy, I mess up something. So we'll see. There is another section that I'm planning to write after this, hopefully by 5 p.m. That is something that I'm planning to achieve. If I achieve that much, it would be good enough by itself. And these are like the majority of the 2 things that I want to get out of my way. So one is down, another one hopefully should be down by the evening, and that would be a big accomplishment for me. But a small break, have lunch, and then get back. My lunch break went more than I expected, and actually while having lunch I was talking to a friend's nephew who is interested in medicine, who is actually in high school, which is quite interesting and actually quite motivating, because he's already like kick-started on what he wants to do, getting involved with things. So that was pretty motivating for me. But yeah, so I have to get back to work now. I'm just looking outside and it looks like it's a nice weather, so I feel like I should sit outside and work. But unfortunately I cannot carry the big screen outside, and I really need the big screen. So I might just end up sitting here, but might take a break and go out with my laptop, so we'll see. Okay, so it's almost like 5:11 p.m. right now, and I am going to wrap up my day here. So here is a summary of this whole research elective block of 6 days, and today is day 6 of it. Out of the 6 days, one day was the one where I was not actually doing anything related to the research. Like I was reading articles, but those were not related to this research elective or what I intended to do in this research elective. So one day wasted out of the 6 days, and in rest of the 6 days, here's what we accomplished. Number 1 was I submitted a rough draft to my attending or my mentor about a case report that we were planning to write. That is a good chunk of task done for that project, and now based on the review I just have to like refine things and like fill up the gaps, and then we should be good to go. For the second project, which is a bigger project and which I have been working on for quite a while, there were a bit hiccups in between, and if you have watched the whole video you have realized that already. I started off with detailed review of the basic sciences related to that, and I had been doing it for a while. I will break down the whole process of my literature review in some other video, but basically I picked up on the basic science review that I had been doing for a while. And when I say I had been doing for a while, I was doing all sorts of reviews including basic science, clinical cases, clinical trials, etc. But in this research elective I picked up more on the basic sciences, and then eventually I wrote a full draft which was inspired from my mistakes from the previous drafts and making sure that I correct and work on those and make a better article out of that or a rough draft out of that. And then I sent it over to my mentor. The feedback which I received, which was yesterday, is that it was great, but it was still a lot of basic sciences, which is not something that we are intending to do in this project, and I had realized it myself as well. So all the work that went into it was actually not something that was fruitful. So however, it did not go wasted as well, because based on all the literature review that I have done on so many different articles was super helpful, that today when I picked up and started giving a different perspective to the writing, now I'm done. And this is what I'm done with, is 2 subsections of the draft are almost done. One is completely done, second one is almost done. I have to do the remaining, which are still like 2 to 3 subtopics, but those are the slightly simpler one because I know about those already versus these one which were hefty ones. So in a nutshell, one case report which the rough draft is done and pending review from the mentor, and the second one project whose 2 drafts were already sent and rejected, and now I'm working on the third rough draft, and I have a strong feeling that this one would work out, and I'll keep you updated about it. But if you really want me to do a breakdown about how I do my literature review for any research project, then let me know and I will do a separate video for that. Right now I am sleepy and I need to get my coffee and get done with some other interesting things that I have been working on.